Good to be back in this chair like this. What's going on, guys? My name's DannyWin47 and welcome back for another video, guys. I'm just gonna jump straight into this. So, this is my Pokemon journey, I'm going to call it. In about 2004, I was just walking around this random yard sale and I found this Game Boy game. And at the time, like, the Game Boy was the greatest thing for me, but I only had like one game. So I found this big Game Boy game. It was a Game Boy Color game, but it would fit in mine. And it was called Pokemon Crystal version. So all of you know of Gold and Silver, and Crystal was like the Platinum version of that, like the special edition. It had like Suicune on it and stuff like that. But so that was my first Pokemon game. I didn't actually know at the time what it was. It was just a game for me to play, and I was a little kid, so I was like, hey, I'm just gonna play around on this. So I kind of walked around with it and stuff, and I restarted it. And my first Pokemon was Totodile, and I named him Water Boy, and I trained him not knowing that I was training him for a little while. I didn't really know what to do. I would just play it every now and then. But then I went on a church trip, and this was when the Sinnoh, which is like, I don't even know what generation that is, but the Sinnoh Pokemon had just come out. And so at Burger King, they were like having Pokemon cards in their like kids meals or whatever. And so we all got kids meals because we were kids. And so my first Pokemon card was a Sinnoh starter, as you all may know him, Turtwig, which just so happens to be my favorite Pokemon. He's even on my banner right now. But it was my first ever Pokemon. I unfortunately don't have the card anymore, which kind of sucks, but it lasted forever. It was ridiculous. It was a foil Turtwig, and I loved that thing to death. It was so cool, and like at the time, that was the crap. And that's kind of what started me on the Pokemon bandwagon. And so when we got back, I was like all hyped about it. I was like talking about it to everybody. And so again, I was at a yard sale, or no, we weren't at a yard sale. We were at a flea market. That's what it is. But we were at a flea market, and I found all of these Pokemon card packs for like super cheap. It was like 50 cents each. I don't even know why they were 50 cents, but it was freaking awesome for me. So I bought like, I think 3 of them, because at the time I had like $1.50 to spend at yard sales, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy these. And so I got a couple of Pokemon. I don't know if any of them were good or anything. The only one that really stands out to me that I got was like a Noctowl or something, because I remember he looked like freaking awesome on the card. But so that kind of started it. I had like this little deck, and I didn't even have any energies or know how to actually play the game at the time. But it was just really cool to, like, you know, walk around with the cards, and like me just thinking that I had these awesome animated Pokemon following me around everywhere. And then another one of my friends, actually, she was in high school at the time, but she had all of these older Pokemon cards from like when they had originally come out. And I think I had just gotten like Emerald and Fire Red and stuff like that, but that was really cool. And she had all these cards that she was like, I'm not going to use anymore, so you have them. It was like this huge box, and it was like amazing for me. So I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And like, I love to share things with people, so I had a couple of really close friends that I like gave some to, and so we would start battling, and we like learned how to play the game legit and stuff like that. And so that like really got us into it. And so then after that, I got a bunch of other people to play it with us. And so we were all just kind of playing Pokemon and trading on the actual game, trading the cards and all this other cool stuff. And so by then, a bunch of other people that like had a little bit more money than me had like upgraded to the Nintendo DS and stuff. And so I was here like on my Game Boy. I was like, "Hey guys, you want to trade?" And they're like, "No, we already have this. We have this DS. We can't trade with you and stuff." And so like I was really bummed about that. But I then knew how to like play Crystal, but like I had Emerald and Fire Red, so I didn't really play Crystal as much, unfortunately. I think I had gotten like to the Elite Four, and that was it. But then for Christmas, I got a DS. So, and like the game that I got with it was Platinum version, which besides Crystal, like Gold and Silver and Crystal, is probably one of my favorite games, just because, I don't know, just to me that's one of the better generations besides the first and second. So that was like where it got really intense. So by then I'd had like a lot more cards and all of these strong Pokemon from the other games. And so I started like, you know, doing that Safari Zone or whatever it was, where like you could technically bring your Pokemon from the Game Boy games into your other one. So I'd had these guys for like a super long time. I don't even know how long, but it was cool doing that. And I had traded them up there. And then Soul Silver hit, you know, with the Pokewalker and stuff. And so this was like revolutionary at the time. Pokemon Go had not even been thought of, I think. But like, I had my Giratina and my Turtwig still from Platinum, and I traded them over to my Soul Silver version, and I walked around with them on my little Pokewalker at school like all the time. Like, they were already level 100, so they couldn't go up anymore, but it was just cool like walking around with them and stuff. And so I had them forever. And so after that, I actually didn't play much after that. I didn't play Black and White until a little later on down the road. I actually stopped playing Pokemon because like I hit middle school and I was like at that stage where like you're really awkward and you're trying to fit in, and so you're like, okay, I gotta give some things up. And so unfortunately one of them happened to be Pokemon. And that went on for a couple of years, and then I got sick with cancer, and like I was really bored at home. Like, and this is kind of weird to say, this is the reason that got me back into it, sort of. But I got into a bunch of like childhood things that I used to play. Like, I got out this big bin of Legos all the time and I would play with them and stuff. And then I got some money and I was like, you know what, I have this DS just laying around, and so I'm gonna buy one of the new games. So I bought White version because the Black Legendary, I forgot what it's called, like looked really cool. I didn't actually get into the story as much. I don't know if it was because the story wasn't as good as they usually were, or if it was just the Pokemon weren't like interesting to me. I don't know. I just couldn't get into the Black and White ones. So that kind of got me off of it, and I just stopped playing for a little while. I didn't have any cards, I don't think, anymore by this time. I'd given them all away. But then 2015 hit, and like Pokemon Go trailer, like I think it was a teaser, but it dropped, and I was freaking hyped. Like, I saw this crap and I was like, oh my god, this is freaking ridiculous. Like, I want this game so bad. But like Niantic and the Pokemon Company, you know, they don't like to talk about it, and so like for this entire year and a half, I just sat there waiting for this game that looked freaking amazing to me. And it got me on board the hype train, especially when the beta came out. I did not get into the beta, but I was like scrounging around the internet for any little tidbits of information and like gameplay that I could find anywhere on like Tumblr and stuff like that. And so like I was watching out for that, and then finally, out of nowhere, the game hits. And I went absolutely crazy with this. I went out and I bought Pokemon cards, and then like when I could finally get the game on the App Store, I downloaded it like this, and I went crazy with it. I was like, oh my god, something's here. I'm gonna go run outside real quick. And it was like 1:30 in the morning, no lie. Like, I legitimately ran upstairs, and my grandma looked at me and she was like, what are you doing awake? I was like, hold up, I gotta go catch this Zubat or whatever. It was something stupid that I wouldn't catch now. But I was totally crazy for it. And like, this game has legitimately gotten me on my bike riding to the park and stuff, which is a decent ways away, and just all this other kinds of stuff. But it's so crazy to think that like Pokemon has been such a huge part of my life. Like, it's been in my life for so long now. I can't even fathom how much it has affected some of you that were actually like of age where you could like actually understand what was going on when the game actually came out first. It's just crazy to think about it. But yeah, that is my Pokemon story. Obviously there's some things that I might have forgotten or like just skimmed over just because like for video's sake it has to, I mean, I don't want to be like super long to where you get bored, but I would love to hear your guys' stories. So like, even if you just want to like type it down below in the comments, I don't care, I will read them. Like, just hearing about your trainer stories is freaking awesome. So hit me up on Twitter too. And actually another reason why I wanted to make this video was like because of the nostalgia and things like that. I'm actually going to probably go back and play Pokemon Yellow and then like go up. Like I'll probably play Yellow and then I'll move to Crystal and all that other stuff. And so be sure to let me know down below if you would like to see that as well. And when they update it to add the Gen 2 Pokemon in Pokemon Go, I think I'm going to either make another account or reset. I don't think you can reset it. I'll probably just make another account and start over from there, unless you can't do that. But I'm probably going to start back the Pokemon Go episodes then. But if you would like to see the yellow version all the way up, then be sure to leave a comment down below as well. And I can actually live stream it too, so like be sure to hit me up and tell me if you would like me to live stream that to YouTube too, because I think that would be really cool to just interact with you guys while we're like replaying the good old days with the old Pokemon and stuff like that. But anyways guys, so that is my story. Like I said, if you like this video, be sure to like it up. Be sure to hit me up and tell me what your stories are on your trainer journeys and things of that nature. It would be really cool. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. But guys, that's it. I will see you in a future video. Hopefully, probably yellow version to start out with. But that's about it for me today. And I will see you all in the next video, guys.